Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shahid if it's your first time here, and yes, we have black hair. So I dyed my hair yesterday. I am so glad that I did it because I mean, oh my god, it's just, I feel like it makes me look younger for some reason. It makes me look cleaner. So I'm very glad I went back to this color. It was just starting to look very Krusty the Clown, very orange, so it had to go. So on today's video, I'm going to be sharing my updated curly hair routine. So this routine will show you exactly what products I use, how I style it, diffuse it, pick it, everything basically. So I basically just show you everything that I do with my hair in order to get these nice defined curls. Now this is day one hair, so it's not as ba boom as I would like it, but by tomorrow the hair is going to be like. So enough rambling, now we'll get to the styling part and I'll take you guys back to the bathroom. So we are back in my bathroom. My hair is dripping wet, and yes, surprise my hair is black. I dyed it yesterday. So because I dyed it yesterday, I used the Olaplex No. 3 treatment on my hair and I left it overnight. Washed it this morning, and now this is not usually part of my curly hair routine, but because I did dye my hair, I felt like I wanted to just give my hair extra love. And I'm gonna use the No. 6 Bond Smoother. So this is a styling cream, but it kind of just feels like a nice hydrating cream. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, like that much, and apply it on the ends on each side, just to kind of help with smoothing it a bit. So I section my hair usually into 3 total. So boom, middle, and then the front I do it separately. So I'm just gonna section the bottom bit as normal. I feel like I should get a cute robe just for these videos, since I seem to be filming a lot more videos than I would like in my robe. I'm gonna cheat. I bought this yesterday from Superdrug. It's from the brand As I Am, and it's a Jamaican black castor oil water hydrant. So I thought I would try it because I like to usually style my hair when it's dripping wet. So I'm just gonna use this today instead of water. But usually I would just, smells amazing. If you guys don't have this, just use your water. My hair is detangled. I already detangled it in the shower, so you can see I can run my fingers through it smoothly. So the first product I usually apply is the banana hair food. I've spoken about this a few times on my Instagram. I've spoken about it on my YouTube. Now I couldn't find the banana one, so I ended up buying the papaya one, which I really don't like as much. I don't know why. I prefer the scent of the banana, and I feel like the banana one feels more hydrating, but this is what I have, so we'll make it work. So I usually start with this, and I use it as a leave-in conditioner. Now this is a 3-in-1, so you can use it as a mask, which for my hair type would not do anything, and you can use it as a conditioner or a leave-in. So today we're using it as a leave-in. So I'm going to start off with this much, rub it between my hands, and just start smoothing it into my hair. So like this. And by finger combing it, I'm making sure that it gets like nicely coated. And I like to make sure that even, not my scalp, but my roots are done, just because my roots get really frizzy. So now that I feel like my hair is nicely coated with the leave-in conditioner, I will then go ahead and use my Cantu gel. This one's almost finished, but I already have my backup sitting there. This one is the Shea Butter Anti-Shedding Styling Gel. I quite like this one. I haven't really tried any other gels, to be honest, on my hair. I've tried mousse and my hair hates it, but gel is pretty good. And I don't take too much. And just like this. Next thing you're going to want to do is get a brush. So if you don't have a Denman brush, you can use a Tangle Teezer. Basically, the purpose of a brush is that it kind of bonds your curls together again, in the sense that usually when you finger comb, you're separating your curls quite a bit. But what the brush will do is lump up your curls together and give you more of a defined look. So if you don't have this, you can use a Tangle Teezer. It kind of more or less does the same, but for some reason the Denman one just gives you a little bit more definition. But like I said, Tangle Teezer would do a good job as well. So with the Denman brush, I find that it's quite gripping. So you want to make sure your hair is detangled, and don't detangle with this brush because it pulls at your hair, and that's not what we want to do. So I'm going to start from the bottom and then go up like this. Now I don't know if you guys can see, but you see the difference is that it kind of lumps up your curls together a bit. I'm just going to do it from the bottom like that. And you really want to take time when it comes to styling your hair. The more time you give your hair, the more defined and less frizzy it looks. So I'm gonna just bend it down a bit, and you see that white product left over it. That's good. It means that your hair is nicely saturated in product, and when it's dry it will not even be visible. So if you're worried about that, don't worry. But you see how like it just group them up together, and you're gonna want to squish. And again, that noise is a nice indication that your hair is nicely coated. Moving on to this bit, I'm just gonna wet it a bit more. So I'm gonna take the leave-in conditioner and a little bit of the gel. This is literally just how much gel I use, like a very small amount. Now, one thing I will say is that with this combination versus the combination I did on my Instagram is that my hair feels a lot like lighter and movable, and it just looks a lot more, I don't know how to explain it, like free. The combination that I was using before, which was the Maui Smoothie and the Maui Milk, was quite heavy on my hair, so I literally had no movement. So I find that with these products, my hair is just like very fluffy looking, very, I don't know. Shake it up a bit and squish, squish. And we're gonna continue the same process. You guys don't need to hear me explain it over and over again, so play the music. Okay, so the sections here have been done. Now this is a tip that I learned from Naya the Light. If you guys don't know her, she has the best curls on the internet. Like, her curls are literally gold. I went to her salon, which is called the Curl Bar. I was telling her, like, I don't know why when my hair dries, like, I just cannot move it. Like, it's so stiff. It's just like, you know, like you've seen like those curly haired girls that just literally flip their hair and it just sits wherever they want. And she basically mentioned that it was probably the way I was styling my hair and the products that I was using, which is why, as I initially mentioned, I switched to this combination just because my hair is a lot lighter and a lot like free and it just moves around. But she did mention that when it comes to styling, I need to not basically section my hair and start styling it in that section. What I mean by that is, for example, usually I would wear my hair to this side. She said not to do that, not to style my hair and leave it to dry on this side, to style it downwards and then flip it back, and then when I'm diffuse in different areas, and that's what kind of gives your hair that nice fluffy flip around look. I'm going to show you what she means by actually doing it. Now when it comes to the front bit of my hair, it's quite straight as compared to the back. I don't know if you guys can see, like it really barely does anything. So my sections on the front are a lot smaller than they were in the back. I'm gonna just take this bit here. You can see the section's quite small. I'm gonna take this water hydration thingy again. I really love the smell of this. It feels like water. It doesn't feel like oil or heavy or anything. I'm gonna start with the leave-in as usual. Just do it downwards. Now you want to make sure you get these hairs here because they're stubborn little fluff balls. So I like to make sure mine are nicely coated. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the gel. And I'm just going to start brushing it downwards as well. Like this. And I'm just going to scrunch. And can you see how we kind of like fake the curl pattern? It gets more and more defined as it dries. I'm gonna do the second bit now. Okay, now the whole front bit has been coated with the product. just gonna keep scrunching it just to give it a little bit more definition. But you see, like the more you scrunch, the more definition you get. And then whatever product you have here, just smooth it back into your hair. So for me, like I said, I usually like to wear it on this side. So I'm just gonna flip it back gently and just kind of shake my head like a wet dog and just kind of like let it fall. Now another thing that I've been doing is to make sure that I have a nice amount of definition in my hair is that I like to look at my hair and see after I finish styling, are there any bits that are really frizzy, and then just go over that little by little. So for example, the bottom bit of my hair, although is the curliest, it does tend to get frizzy the quickest. So I'm just going to smooth it a little bit more with the brush just to make sure that it's nicely coated again, and just to smooth it out, just to make sure it's nicely defined. So this bit here as well, you can see it's a bit frizzy. Just gonna smooth it out with the brush. Now my hair is nice and done. Some people like to do their edges once their hair is dry, but my edges are crazy, so I like to just do them while they're still wet. And I'm just going to take whatever product is in between my fingers and just kind of smooth them out a bit because they're very dry. I'm going to use my little edge brush thingy that I got from Amazon. I will link it down below for you guys. I'm just going to dip it in my Cantu gel, the same one that I just used for my hair, and I'm just going to start laying down my baby hairs. Alright, now I like to sit and leave my hair for 20 minutes, half an hour before I go ahead and diffuse it. So I learned that basically by doing this, you're kind of allowing your hair to really just do its thing, like rest for a bit, absorb some of the product before you start manipulating it all over again with the whole diffusing. And I've really noticed that my hair does look a lot better when I do this, so I just leave it for 20 to 30 minutes. In that time, I'm gonna go and put my makeup on so we can come and do the diffusing together. All right guys, so my makeup is done. My hair has now been sitting for like a good half an hour, so I'm gonna start diffusing it. Now when it comes to diffusing my hair, I just use this blow dryer, nothing special, it's from Babyliss. As long as you have a blow dryer that has this head right here, which kind of just distributes the air in a more like way rather than very like precise, and then that way obviously you reduce the amount of frizz. And then with this kind of head as well, it helps you to just hold your hair upwards. So when it comes to the blow dryer, I usually have it either on the first or the second power and then medium heat. I don't do cold because ain't nobody got time to be waiting 5 hours for this to actually dry, or high heat, which is very damaging, and I just don't want to put my hair to that, like through that much heat. So this is what I'm gonna do. Now let's start. I'm gonna get something to watch because this process is hella long. When it comes to diffusing, you'll see me like kind of constantly move the blow dryer around. I'll flip my hair this way, I'll flip it that way, and that kind of just again gives my hair that movement so that I'm able to kind of flip it whatever way I want, and it gives it more volume at the same time. But at the same time, I'm being very gentle with how I'm doing it. I'm not running my fingers through my hair. I'm not overly pushing or doing anything, just because when your hair is wet, you want to avoid as much manipulation as possible to again avoid as much frizz as possible. So here we go. Finally done with diffusing the hair. It's 100% dry, so if you guys like, you can leave your hair at this state, but for me, I feel like I look like I don't have much hair, so I like to go ahead and use an afro pick like this one, and then I just pick at the roots and kind of just give my hair a bit more volume. So usually if you air dry your hair, you'll have like a stiff hair from all the gel and the products, which you would then use a little bit of serum and then scrunch it out of your hair, and it kind of just gets rid of that cast, as they call it, and then your hair like looks a lot more natural and less stiff. But because I used a diffuser, it kind of did that while it was drying my hair, so I don't have any crunchy feeling or anything in my hair. It feels feels still a little bit damp. No, it's still a bit damp. So usually if you want to know if your hair is a little bit damp or not, is if it feels cold in some areas, it means that it's still a little bit wet. And I like to make sure my hair is 100% dry before I go ahead and use this, because this with damp hair or wet hair is just a whole lot of frizz, which we don't want. Okay. Now we're done. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna flip my hair forward and start picking at my roots. Okay, so I want to show you guys like how my hair literally, I can flip it over this side, I can flip it over on this side, and it kind of just like does whatever I wanted to do because of the fact that I didn't let it dry in one particular area. So I never wear my hair down the middle because I just feel like I look like very SpongeBob SquarePants. When I first got the cut with the curl bar done, it had like a lot more shape, so it looked a lot cuter. But right now I just feel like my hair looks very like ugh. So I'm just gonna pick a bit of this area here. And then this is my good side, so I'm gonna flip my hair over like that. So usually with day one hair, even with afro picking, it still looks a little bit flat. So right now it's still not at the volume that I would love for it to be, but by tomorrow it will be all like and glamorous and oof and oomph and I don't know what I'm doing. As you guys can see with the technique that I did, you can see that my hair, oh my god, look at these curls. You guys, I get really excited when I see my hair being really curly, just because if you've been following me on Instagram and throughout my like, I don't know if it's really transitioning, but like basically getting healthy hair journey, you'll know that I really struggled with actually getting proper defined curls, and to see my hair like this, it's just, it makes me so happy, like I just want to cry. But one thing I will say, and is that please you guys, you have to try the extreme moisture method, because I've done it twice now, and every single time that I've done it, my hair is like literally the curls are just springy and very defined. It's just, I don't know, like it just makes my hair look like it has a lot more life, like definition. I don't know, it's just, there's some magic in it. Another thing I will say is that the fact that black hair looks so much healthier, like I feel like with the light colored hair, no matter how much product I would apply, no matter how much like you know, I would try and get the curls to be defined, because the ends were light, they always looked dry. It always looked like I needed to trim my ends, although my ends are quite healthy and I don't have split ends. But with black hair, it just already looks so much healthier. I mean, look at this. Look at it. So anyways, this is my updated curly hair routine. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share it with a friend who might need some of these tips, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any of this grade A quality content. I promise you guys, from now on I'm going to be posting once a week. I am done making excuses. I am trying to change my habits. I'm trying to become less of a procrastinator. So watch me come through with this content. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon. Okay, hi guys. So just wanted to quickly show you what day 2 hair looks like. I haven't refreshed it. I haven't done anything to it. The only thing I've done is pick at it some more this morning. And as you can see, the volume is so much better. Looks just so much better. Another thing that I did was to kind of separate some of the curls, because some of them were really big, like chunky curls. So I just separated them, and I was very, very cautious with how I did it. Make sure that I'm not like yanking. I just very gently separated the curls, but like you can see, they're looking cute. So just wanted to show you guys what day 2 looks like before we finish off this video. And now I shall say bye. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this ringlet. Look at this ringlet. Now you guys, I'm really happy.